The Greg Davis Radio Show, and we have Miss Jessica Reedy in the studio. And again, we want to remind them of the question. What's the question again?
What
question
is
of the day?
The proper way
Say what
to
one more time.
what?
Yes.
Is the proper way to break up, to no longer be together, to get rid of that heavy load, to lay that burden down.
Our
by
number
the
one
wayside.
listener, Pat Wingring, she says.
Hey, Pat.
Right. She says, tell them I can't do this anymore. I can't do this thing anymore.
I can't do this anymore.
I just can't do it.
I can't.
Lord.
I can't.
just can't do
Y'all
it.
trying to get y'all neighborhood started.
Or here's the famous one. Let's be friends.
Let's
Let's
just be friends.
Let's just be friends. Or we've grown apart. Or, man, maybe she has some practice at this. We have grown
They really
apart.
bad,
Or we're going in a different direction. That's a good one. We're going in a different
direction.
direction in our life. So see ya.
Now I've heard that someone,
So see ya.
I've heard that someone that is in this area here believes in sending emails. We won't reveal who that is.
What a careless way of doing
I
things.
can put you on blast.
Who is that?
Subject.
I don't know.
Subject.
I just feel this is Jessica Reedy, and I just feel as though when you're able to write, you can get out the full thought.
Is that
See,
you?
in mid-sentence, you might miss something, then you get in the car and like,
So you
"Dang, I
just be
should've
like,
said
check
that.
your
That would've been
email?
good."
See, let me tell you why that's
So you be
bad.
like, just check your email?
I text
See.
and I say, hey, check your email. I sent you something.
Oh, you trying to get your concert bombarded, huh? You trying to get your next concert bombarded.
Okay,
'cause
but
that right
Jessica,
there-
do you expect
Look
them
at
to
this.
respond? Are you going to go back and forth corresponding?
No. This is, see, I finish it. I started, I finished
I
it.
used to
and
think you
I
were
say,
such a sweet person.
No,
She
Bishop.
is.
Every
hey,
time I
Bishop.
see
Hey,
Jessica,
Bishop.
hey Bishop, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah.
Bishop.
Been
Hey,
on my
Bishop.
show for
Bishop,
what?
That's judgment, Bishop.
That's good. Good
Probably.
hashtag. Good hashtag.
Probably.
Hashtag
Wow.
But you know what? Mostly my breakups go with business. So it's not, I'm not breaking up with the relationship as far
Okay.
as personal.
I get it.
I'm great at sending emails. You won't catch me on the phone saying, hey, it's not working, because that gives people that space to convince you otherwise, and then it make you
That's good.
second guess yourself.
That's good.
When my
That's true.
mind is made up, I want to send you some paper trail. Okay. Now my paper trail is going to say, it's over. If you have any questions, I hope I've
Jamie.
answered all your questions.
Well, contact my management.
No, don't even.
no.
We don't want to talk no more. I hope
is funny.
I've
We're talking about
answered.
relationship, though.
Well, see,
what about
Bishop,
man?
Bishop,
He
I
said,
don't
what
have.
about man?
I'm a little inexperienced when it comes to that.
So-
Don't see, now see that's
That was wrong.
that's
that was
prejudgment right
Okay,
there.
let's
That's
pull it back.
See,
That's
That's
hashtag.
not
Assuming, see, that's assumption
You're right,
right there.
you're
You're
right.
assuming I'm a professional at breaking up. No, I don't put myself in awkward positions, because then what do I do with my hands?
Now you're talking to social cam too, because we're social
Oh
cam.
God! Look,
So
social cam.
Jessica Reedy, if you had a man,
If I had a
how
man.
would you? The question is, how would you break up with the man? We want a precise,
If I had-
precise answer.
If I had a man, the way I would break up with him is I have a gift of song and persuasion. So I would absolutely make him understand that it's all your fault. There's something you've done.
Ouch.
And throw a
Now-
run on that girl?
No, but
out of
I
that
would
room.
make sure that I let him know, and I would have great, because if we breaking up, it's something going on.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure he knows, listen, I did everything I could do, and it's okay. I understand we're in different spaces, and look, we couldn't make it work. This is our season to finally let go. Don't miss the window, because I would hurt you later. What if this is the window for
So
you to
you're not like
escape?
the girl, the Caucasian girl that do all songs about people she break up with. What's her name?
Oh, yeah.
Taylor
please.
Smith?
Taylor Swift.
Uh,
You're not like that.
Adele?
Never, ever, ever.
Taylor
Yeah,
Swift.
both of them,
We
yeah.
never ever getting back together.
You can
again.
tell they've been
You're
in
not like
some
Taylor Swift, right?
Never, ever.
Right. Adele,
That means you
she's
got. That means you
I
got
write
an
songs
LP.
behind their back. They'll never come out. I sing about Jesus publicly. I write songs behind their back.
Wow.
We're
Jesus
talking
could
to
heal.
Jessica Reedy, and we're glad to have her. Of course, I call her the lady with the many ranges,
Yes.
voice
God,
range.
That bottom.
You were
is-
awesome on Celebration of Gospel.
Thank you,
You
Bishop.
represented us well.
Thank you,
And
Bishop.
how was that whole experience for you?
It was amazing. I was the only female up there, and it was very comfortable. Like it didn't feel.
What part did you? What I don't remember what.
She was.
I started the
she started it
solo
off.
part of
But awesome.
the awesome song.
Awesome,
Yeah.
right. There was a lot going on with
Yeah,
that song.
so and then even in rehearsal, it wasn't overbearing. You know how you get guys together, they group up.
Uh-huh.
They start to feel empowered. No, I felt like, okay,
You held your own.
yeah.
Because you can
Good.
do that though.
Yes.
You have a vocal cord that stands alone.
She got 10 chords in
Yeah.
her throat.
Yeah. In her throat.
She got a
Clearly.
throat.
You did that.
When did you realize you had that kind of range? I mean, did you one day just wake up hoarse and you say, "Oh, I can sing here too"?
No, you know what?
Hashtag.
She got up and she was like,
Oh, I can say
Because you did it at BMI.
You
I was
know,
at BMI, and you went there.
Bishop, this is what happened. My whole pregnancy, I didn't sing because I was like, I cried every day. I was really depressed. And so after I had my son, I didn't sing for almost a year.
Okay.
And I was working for AT&T. I was sitting in my tech truck. I was a technician. I was sitting in my tech truck, and I never listened to the radio anymore. And I turned the radio on. I said, don't I know how to sing? Because I had wanted to be an R&B singer before I got pregnant. And when I went to sing, nothing came out, and I just cried. I said, oh, my God, you took it, Jesus. I should have used it. And when I tried to really sing, it just was low.
Really?
I was a high soprano.
so the pregnancy changed. And I've heard that pregnancy will change
Absolutely.
your vocals.
It changed
Wow.
everything about my voice, my interpretation, even the way I sing. I've never had a tremble in my throat, ever. I've never sang jazz anything. If you hear anything prior to my son, I've always been a straight singer.
Look this up on YouTube.
Look,
But I've heard that before.
I've always been a straight singer. It changed the styling and my tone.
Wow.
Your tone is awesome.
Yes.
Let's go back to
that's a good
Sunday's
thing,
best.
then.
Yes. Let's
So
go back.
all things work together.
Amen.
Good as
Amen.
opposed, yeah.
Let's go back to Sunday's best.
Okay.
Sunday's best. You have Iyanna Crawley, Latisse
Crawford.
Oh,
Yeah, she's amazing.
Oh, and
And by the way, because I know that she's friends with all of them.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And to me, that was by far one of the better seasons because I was like, Jessica is killing me because she has this bluesy, jazzy, like
Like,
you
I
know,
got
I'm
this.
just
That
you
juke joint, that
yeah,
juke
she
joint.
had that
Like
juke joint
Billie
swag,
Holiday
and
feel,
you know,
yes,
it was
yes.
and to me, you was just killing the game because when everybody was floating up in that pretty, you were like, okay, I'm gonna beat you downstairs.
Yes.
It's like I'm gonna beat you on the block.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Your lower register was just, and I can't remember what song you were singing, but you was just saying, and you just kept going lower and lower
And worked it down.
and lower.
So she walked downstairs.
Like
She
I
didn't
wanted to
just
open her mouth and find out what was in her throat. Is there a frog or something down in there? Because she just really.
Yes.
But she did it with grace,
Yeah.
and she
wow.
gave a whole birth to a whole new style
Yes.
that
Amen.
music needed because everybody was sounding the same. Yes, you have a beautiful voice, yes, but you came with something different. How did that feel to stand out amongst so much greatness?
Or did you even know that you were
I had
standing
no
out?
idea I was standing out. Absolutely. This is how it was going. At every elimination, I was holding everybody here and said, I just want to say thank y'all for being so nice to me. This has been a great experience. And they be like, Jessica, what are you talking about? I'm going home, man. Did you hear me last week? They're like, Jessica, it's okay. You're going to stay. I absolutely did not think I deserved to be in the top 3 of anything. There were so many. Here's the thing. Now, I got a chance to hear the people behind the scenes. So, you know, sometimes when you're in front of the camera, you're not your best.
That's right.
You might miss a note. I'm talking about at the dinner table and the top 10 singer. I never sang. I would always sit and I'd be like, oh my God, I should not be here. This is so bad. I don't know what they listen to. I'm the youngest. This is really embarrassing. And they would just be like, Jessica, sing, girl. I'm like, no. No, so I was already defeated, like in my mind. By the time we got to the time to sing, I'm like, oh yeah, this is over. They're sending me home.
No.
So that's why I was always shocked and I always cried.
And you appeared to be like me.
And we were at home rooting for you.
Yes.
Like, this girl better sing, you know? And it's amazing to hear that you had a totally different thought process about yourself and your performance
Absolutely.
versus what we felt for you at home. You were awesome.
Oh, thank
Yes,
you so much.
yes.
Thank you.
Greg Davis Radio Show. We're talking to Jessica Reedy, 313-564-5700. If you do not know her, then you just probably somewhere hidden in church.
Up under a pew
Shivering,
somewhere.
shivering,
Right,
scared.
right. And we're honored to have her here.
Yes.
And we'll be right back with more music from her and conversation. And don't forget the question of the day. You heard how she's going to do it. She's just going to write to him.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Oh, Bishop.
We'll be back.
Oh, Bishop.
So you need to put it on, put it on, put it on.
Although when I come to Hudson Cafe, I come for the healthy menu.
When you come for the healthy, I come for the to get down.
And you be getting down.
I'm about to get down.
You be getting down.
Granola?
There's my granola. Oh, there go your red velvets.
I'm
Oh,
loving
look at all
it.
this.
Look at
I
this.
love it.
You know what?
Nothing like the Hudson Cafe.
I'm sorry, can you say grace?
Many of you watch me on Good News and on a daily basis, but you know what? When the camera goes off, there's another way that you can follow me. There's actually several different ways that you can follow me. Many have asked, well, Bishop Davis, what do you do to lose the weight? How do you maintain it? It's been 3 years now. And I want to tell you how you can actually follow me and follow the progress as I maintain, and it will help you. Literally thousands are following me across the country, and I get all kind of inboxes. What do you do? What do you do? And I answer them all personally. So how can you do that? Social Cam. Many of you may be on Social Cam already. You may not know about Social Cam. Social Cam is where daily I send out a video. I'm calling out people that are my partners and friends that exercise also. And I'm also telling you what I do on a daily basis. I run so many miles a day. I'm on the bike. I'm spinning. I'm doing all kinds of things. So I want you to follow me on Social Cam. That's Bishop Greg Davis or Bishop GMD. Also Instagram. I take pictures and I share different events. Like I just went to a movie screening. Man, it was awesome. I want to share those moments with you. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at Bishop Greg Davis. Just search for me. And you know what? When the lights go out and the camera's off, you can still be stalking me. I mean, follow me. I'm sorry, not stalking. You don't stalk me, but I do have some people stalking me. Don't stalk me, though. But anyway, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Social Cam. And you'll find out how I did it. We'll see you there.
I am not alone, yeah. When times were rough, say. When times are rough, you are.
Greg Davis Ministry and Good News with Greg Davis present Let the Healing Begin. 2-day Healing and Miracle Crusade with Bishop Greg Davis. Friday, May 31st at 7 p.m. and Saturday, June 1st at 10 a.m. Let the Healing Begin. Will be held at Word in Action Church, located 18901 Wyoming Avenue. Join Bishop Greg Davis for 2 days of God's supernatural power at work.
In your mouth is the ability to decree and declare. If you decree a thing, it shall be established.
Bishop Davis will be preaching and praying for the sick in both services. Call to register and reserve your seat today. 313-638-GREG. That's 313-638-4734. Let the healing begin. 2-day Healing and Miracle Crusade with Bishop Greg Davis. Don't miss.
I said if you decree a thing, it shall.
Time to grab a friend. Let's tune in to the Greg Davis Radio Show. Full of information, divine revelation. In the Greg Davis Radio Show. It's your time, go get it.
When I come to Hudson Cafe, I come for the healthy menu.
When you come for the healthy, I come for the to get down.
And you be getting down.
I'm about to get down.
You be getting down.
Granola?
There's my granola. Oh, there go your red velvets.
I'm
Oh,
loving
look at all
it.
this.
Look at
I
this.
love it.
You know what?
Nothing like the Hudson Cafe.
I'm sorry, can you say grace?
Greg Davis Ministry and Good News with Greg Davis present Let the Healing Begin. 2-day Healing and Miracle Crusade with Bishop Greg Davis. Friday, May 31st at 7 p.m. and Saturday, June 1st at 10 a.m. Let the Healing Begin. Will be held at Word in Action Church, located 18901 Wyoming Avenue. Join Bishop Greg Davis for 2 days of God's supernatural power power at work.
In your mouth is the ability to decree and declare. If you decree a thing, it shall be established.
Bishop Davis will be preaching and praying for the sick in both services. Call to register and reserve your seat today. 313-638-GRAND. That's 313-638-4734. Let the healing begin. 2-day Healing and Miracle Crusade with Bishop Greg Davis. Don't
I
miss.
said if you decree a thing, it shall.
Back every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. till 1, and then Saturdays repeat 9 a.m. until noon. Here with the crew, and Jessica Reedy is in the house, smiling and things. Now, this is my favorite. God has smiled on me. You know, I like the old stuff too. That's my favorite. Just
Yes,
like,
Bishop.
you, so, tell us what church you go to.
I'm going to New Life in
New Li-
Chicago.
In Chicago,
Pastor
you live in
John Hammond.
Chicago.
I do.
You go to John Hanna's.
I do.
It's one of the most exciting churches
Oh
in
my
Chicago.
gosh, it is so
What is he
amazing.
at? How many is he at now? Like how many thousand?
20,000 plus.
Wow.
Right.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
God.
John Hanna is the morning personality there in Chicago, and he got it going on.
He's
He got-
amazing.
and humble brother John.
Oh, gosh, he's
That's
amazing.
my buddy. Always got something.
He stays after every service and shakes as many hands that come to him.
He figured out
Yeah.
the blueprint.
Yeah, that's
Thank
the blueprint.
goodness. That's
Touch the people
blueprint.
and they'll touch you back.
That's right.
All right, so you're there as often as you're at home.
As
Do you
often-
participate?
Well, I want to, but one thing I didn't do is I haven't went through my new members class, and I don't want to go through the favoritism line.
Now,
That's
were you in
good.
Chicago all the time?
No, sir.
You
I
were
live
where?
Saginaw, Michigan.
Right, exactly.
I
Right,
just
went
moved there October.
October.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you like it?
No,
You don't like Chicago
no, sir.
compared to Saginaw?
No, sir.
No,
They're
that-
both whack.
They both. What made you go to Chicago?
God.
God told you to. He sends you. He does send you to some whack places.
he
though. No, he
did.
does. No, seriously.
No, he
I'm not
did.
dishonest.
No, he
God,
did.
no.
Don't you
Oh, he
He
did.
never say. He never sends us where we want to go. Like I want to go to Miami. I think I shouldn't say I want to go to Miami
Yeah, you
because then
gotta
I'll end
speak
up there.
again.
If I,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
He always sends you the opposite.
I stay about 30 minutes from Chicago in a city I've never heard of.
What's the name of it?
Glendale Heights.
Yeah, I know where Glendale is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. And
Wow.
my home is just peaceful. I can hear God
Mm.
without distraction, without busyness. It like forces me to settle down. So
Jason has a famous question that he asks us
Go
all
ahead.
about guests.
Right. And he not trying to be rude.
And he ain't trying to be rude.
I'm
Nee.
listening.
This is the Jason question.
yeah.
So here, are
After
you,
saying all that, I thought it would be a good time to ask you this.
Right.
let's
Right,
segue.
right,
Are you happy?
Am I happy? If you would have asked me about a month ago, I would say no.
Oh, wow.
And I probably never have been.
And I think we'd
Up
have got a
until-
tear about a month ago, too.
Absolutely. You would have got a completely different. Like,
Oh, this would have been a great interview then.
Wow.
Let's roll the time back. No, go ahead.
But I went through I guess hell. It wasn't hell because God did it to me, but it was very painful. September up until mid-February, and it was devastating to have to deal with myself. God excluded me. Nobody knew because I still had to travel. Hey, how you doing?
Right.
But when I went home, it was like, all right, I got to do it again. And as soon as I would walk in the house, it was like God would just take me inside out. And I had to deal with myself and deal with past stuff, past emotions. And I went into a deep depression. It was bad. Nobody knew it. And I had asked my mom, I said, you don't have to come get my son. I don't think I don't want him to see me like this first. And I don't think I'm gonna make it. Something is happening and nobody can help me. They're like, what do you need? Do you need something? I'm like, nobody can help me. It's internal. It's God doing it.
We've been talking about this on the show regularly
Yeah.
about those of us that are in the limelight that do this thing, that it's easy to put on a facade and just keep shuffling and nobody notices it. Did anybody notice you?
You know
that you were in there?
what? That's what was frustrating. I asked my sister one time December because I was angry now, and I said, "Do you all not pay attention to silent cries?"
No.
I was like, "Does everything have to be
Silence of the Lamb.
verbalized?"
Right, yeah.
I said, that is vexing me. I said, because I pay attention to you all.
Right. No,
I
people
hear
don't.
the underlying tone,
Right.
even when you say, "Hey, I'm doing good." I ask you 1,000,000 times enough till you can give me the truth. Why don't nobody ask me enough questions?
Because when you're in that limelight, when you're on that platform, for them you seem invincible. Because for them, they just living there, whatever your sister do, or anybody that's around you, they just probably living just, a modest, regular life. For you, it's like, no, you don't have nothing up. You don't have no stresses, no troubles, no.
Yeah.
And that's the complete untruth.
And you know what? Another thing that I've realized, and I finally understood the scripture where it says, "Don't be angry when God disciplines you," because it's a compliment that I've been chosen. And I'm obedient. I'm obedient enough for him to say, "You're my child, and I'm going to embrace you and teach you hands-on." And God has been very hands-on with me. I have my angels, but I always ask him, I used to pray, "Can you let me know you're around? Like, I know you here. I just want to be aware that you're here." And so I used to just beg, "I just want to know you here. And I want to feel you." And now when I walk, every place I go, I feel God looking at me. There's like this, I can't escape presence, so I can't do anything wrong. I always want to do stuff wrong. It's crazy. I always want to have the excuse to, I'm young, God. I'm only 24. Let me live a little. But I can't get past his eyes. It's like I feel watched. And it's not a human watch. It's not a people-pleasing watch. I am absolutely watched. So when I was at the house and I was devastated and nobody could help me, and my mother came and picked up my son because it was real bad. And I said, "Why are you doing this to me?" I said, "God, like, I know you looking at me. I feel it. Like, why are you doing this? What have I done?" I said, "I feel like I'm reaping a sinner's harvest." I said, "I've sown good seeds. I'm a good person. And not to try to, put a title on myself, but Lord, I've done what you've told me to do. I sow on good ground. I go the extra mile, and I'm not trying to give you my resume, but this is a harvest I feel like I'm reaping, and I don't deserve it." And, oh my God, it was so bad. It makes me, like, I'm getting sad now thinking about it. It was that bad. And he wouldn't answer. And normally God answers me. I get quick answers. I have
That's the way
prayer
he does
time.
it. That's the way he does it.
I spend time in the morning. I mean, I'm like, "Hey, Jesus," I can feel his love. It was like he deserted me. I didn't feel anything. I couldn't hear anything.
So let me ask you this: what was your graduation moment out of that? Out of that darkness, if you will, or, what was your graduation when you knew you can look back on it now and say, "Wow, you were covering me that whole time"?
My graduation moment was I woke up at 6:00 in the morning in January. I went in my office. I closed the door. It was like 5:30 maybe. I closed the door. I sat in my chair and I said, "God, you in here?" Real conversation. I said, "Now let's talk." I said, "Now what's going on? Why are you doing this?" And I believe my heart was in alignment enough to be taught. My mouth was saying something, but my heart meant it as well. I wasn't searching for a rescue. I just wanted a reason. And he answered. He said, "Will you go through the process for the sake of the story?"
Wow.
And
That is good.
And I said,
That's a hashtag right there.
hashtag, what does that mean?
So
yeah.
hashtag is when you have great verbal moments.
Oh, okay.
thought. That was a
Hashtag.
Great thought. That
Hashtag.
needs
Just like
to
you
be
do on
done.
Twitter.
Yeah,
Like you do on Twitter.
just like you do on Twitter. Yeah.
Okay,
Say that again, though. Say that again.
So yeah, he said, "Will you go through the process for the sake of the story?" I said, "Well, what does that mean?"
Because you didn't have no story.
I had a story. The being pregnant thing was over.
Yeah.
I mean, Justin's dang near
Yeah,
driving.
you can't just come out with another new CD. You
Right.
got to have a story with it this
Right.
time.
And so,
Yeah.
I said, "Well, yeah." He said, "Well, then be quiet."
Right.
He said, "All the promises I've made you are real. You will be everything I
Say
said
that.
you're going to be.
Okay.
Ooh, yes.
All right.
Just
There
go
we
through the process."
Do you know how
And
many
trust the
people
process.
that are in the church, young ladies your age, that are depressed? When I pray for people, when I switch this hat front and put on my other hat, preaching, and I call out people that are depressed,
Yeah.
they're all around your age or younger.
Yeah.
And they're just being shuffled. Nobody notices them. They just sit there. They've had a child, but they're sitting there depressed, and nobody notices. So somebody has to speak to that.
Absolutely.
And maybe through that, God is raising you up. And maybe the next CD, it's going,
I've written some of the best songs of my life
See that?
during that time.
See that?
It's important to have that moment and to be able to speak to that moment because God has given you a platform.
Amen.
And you and I, Bishop and I have had several conversations, but in life, in order for us to be instrumental in somebody else's life, there are certain things that we're going to have to go through. We don't understand why we're going through it, but we have to go through it so that God can use us, because it's easy to be on the mountaintop and have everything, but when you've never had those valley periods, we have so many people that we have to minister to that's in the valley. But if we've never been there, it's difficult to reach that individual. So thank God that He chose us.
Yes.
Let me ask her before we're getting ready to leave TV. What's next for you? What's going on with you?
New album. I'm working on a new album. God got this new venture I'm about to take. Lord willing, I'll be able to announce it hopefully next week, because I'm gonna be jumping for joy. But just leadership, maturing, stopping with the giddiness. It's time to grow up. So with that comes this new perspective on life. I've just accomplished a great mountain, so I'm past all that. Now it's time to be honest, be real, transparent, handle business, keep glorifying the Lord, and just grow up. So that's what I'm on now.
Where can we find you? On Twitter?
Twitter, Jessica Reedy, @ Jessica Reedy, hashtag.
If you don't have her music downloaded, of course, we're waiting for the next CD. Thank you for dropping by.
Thank you for having me.
Greg Davis. I'm Greg Davis, along with the crew. It's been good news. Those of you that are watching my TV, don't forget 5 p.m. 6 days a week, and then 10 p.m. Saturday nights for 2 hours around the country. Listen 10 a.m. to 1 to the radio show every day. Me and the crew say bye, everybody. Bye. Y'all listen by radio. Stay tuned. We got great music. And Jessica, thank you for stopping by,
Thank
being
you,
with
Bishop.
us. You in Detroit for what now?
I'm in Detroit for a release party.
Okay. All right. Whose
Brother
release
Brooks.
party? We can put a little.
Kaylin Brooks.
Kaylin Brooks. All right.
Hey, what? Come
Okay.
on, what is it?
Kellen.
Brooks.
Kellen,
Where
I'm
is it?
sorry, Kellen.
It's at
Woo, I felt
Pentecostal
that.
Temple Church of God in Christ. At what time?
Kojic.
At 6 p.m. today. Tonight.
You gotta say on tonight.
On tonight.
On tonight.
She's a
On
church
tonight.
announcer.
Yes.
All right, we out of here. We'll be back. No, we're not out of here. Stay tuned for more of the Greg Davis Radio. I'm going to say good news. I don't know what I'm on right now. Too many shows. We'll be right back.
Greg Davis Ministry and Good News with Greg Davis present Let the Healing Begin. 2-day Healing and Miracle Crusade with Bishop Greg Davis. Friday, May 31st at 7 p.m. and Saturday, June 1st at 10 a.m. Let the Healing Begin. Will be held at Word in Action Church, located 18901 Wyoming Avenue. Join Bishop Greg Davis for 2 days of God's supernatural power at work.
In your mouth is the ability to decree and declare. If you decree a thing, it shall be established.
Bishop Davis will be preaching and praying for the sick in both services. Call to register and reserve your seat today. 313-638-GREG. That's 313-638-4734. Let the healing begin. 2-day Healing and Miracle Crusade with Bishop Greg Davis. Don't miss.
I said if you decree a thing, it shall